Just a woman who's not, just like on the scene or like being seen or whatnot.
And then you're a little everywhere with the fashion.
Why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because of the height.
Oh.
So I think that's when I realized everything I have in my life I have, but something was missing.
I love my family, but I am a little bit of a lone wolf. Now I felt like I was a hoochie to you. I was confused.
That you're very creative, with your style. You have a very creative style, but just not my type of style. That's
Oh, here, let's go, okay, let's go. Yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.
YouTube, what is good with y'all? I'm back again with another Pop the Balloon reaction video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this video. Let me know what else I should be reacting to. 98% of y'all not subscribed, so if you fuck with the video, then tap in and subscribe. Make sure you like the video and check out my playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Hello, how you doing? I'm Danny.
Danny, how old are you?
I'm 35.
And what do you do?
I'm a operations manager for a 3PL company.
Okay, nice. What do you like to do for fun?
For fun, so I do anything from indoors, karaoke, cards or podcast, anything outdoors and adventurous.
Okay, nice. What do you look for in a woman?
I look for a modest woman. I look for a woman who is pleasant and easy to talk to. I look for a woman who is has her own personal relationship with God, and then also a woman who is a risk taker.
Okay, all right. And now what are some deal breakers?
Deal breakers would be somebody who doesn't have a positive outlook on life, somebody who's not open-minded, and then also somebody who's not emotionally intelligent. And I don't have kids, so kids will be a deal breaker.
Okay. All right, so we did get a pop balloon down over there. Let's head on over there and see why they ended up popping.
I don't understand why they popped their balloon. Like, I feel like he came out dressed to impress. He's got a nice little outfit on. I like the shoes, the little socks going with them. I do feel like the pants are a little bit too high, but, that's a style for some people, so I respect it. But also, like, yeah, I feel like he came out dressed well with a nice haircut. He's not, like, super ugly or anything. And he has a good job. Nothing he said was very out of the ordinary. Like, he doesn't have kids, like he said. So why should he have to deal with somebody that has kids? What do y'all think about that? Let me know down in the comments. Do you think if you have kids, you should be willing to date people that do have kids? Or should you not be willing to deal with it? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I feel like everything he said was very reasonable. I'm really surprised that the women ended up popping her balloon. But this girl in the black, I don't know. Based on the last interaction that she had with the last guy that came out, her personality is just not good. She seems very overly picky. And she's in a lineup of other women that are just as pretty, if not more pretty than her, that look better than her, So I think in the real world, she's used to dealing with men, or she's used to being in situations where she might be the most attractive one. And I think that's the way a lot of women on the show act. But when you're on the show, people got other options. And just because you are overly picky and stuff, that means your ass is just not going to find no match.
Okay, let's start here with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Shaylin, and I'm 30.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because of the height. Sorry.
And now she's someone that's your type.
Yes, absolutely. Very beautiful.
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you. Got another one here. Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Ty. I'm 27.
And Ty, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Age for me. You said you're 35. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then you're a little everywhere with the fashion. It's cool because you're probably like really fun, but just a little everywhere with the fashion right now.
I was trying to be creative.
Okay. That's cool.
All right. Now she's someone that's your type?
Yes, absolutely. Very
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Love the dress. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, dress. All right, thank you. We did get another pop back over here. Your name and age.
I'm Chanel, and I'm 30.
Oh.
Sorry, I just turned 30 in March.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And now, Chanel, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Well, you're really attractive, but you mentioned modest, and I wouldn't necessarily classify myself as modest. I'm working toward being that, but I don't think I'm so modest. Yeah.
Did you want to elaborate on what you meant with modest?
Just a woman who's not, just like on the scene or like being seen or whatnot. Just know how to, whenever you step out, you just know how to carry yourself or present yourself very pleasant.
Okay. Very much that. But I think like when it comes down to like my fashion and just kind of just being free, like maybe even my shorts. Like these aren't so modest. So
I mean, so like on vacation, that's fine because I get it on vacation. But like, just like on the everyday or on the weekend type of deal. So,
okay.
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 Now, is she someone that's your type?
yes, absolutely. Very nice, very good looking. See, absolutely.
Okay.
She took
So
yourself
this
out.
is okay. This
That's fine. It's fine. That's
You
fine.
sure about
Yeah,
that?
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay.
Oh. She said turn around. Okay. But I'll tell you, this was not the outfit. My outfit just didn't arrive. It was supposed to be a dress. Yeah. Yeah.
Got you.
So, I mean, do you want your balloon back? Or
Maybe. Yeah.
yes or no?
Yeah.
You
I'll
do?
take it back.
Okay, all right, let's get a balloon back. See, sometimes we just gotta elaborate, you know?
Yeah. You said modest. I'm like, oh, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we'll be back. Okay, we gotta pop over here. Your name and age.
First of all, that girl, I think her name is Shayla, the tall one in the black dress, like the height, bro, he's literally taller than you. You have them tall ass heels on. I wish that Arlette would have said, what's your height, what's his height, so we could really know. But to me, it looked like he was taller than her with the heels on, and she had some high heels on. Like, I get she's tall, but I swear, bro, that girl ain't never gonna find a relationship because she's just overly picky. The other girl at the far right, the age, I guess, is whatever. Like, a lot of women, they want a man that makes more money, but then they don't want to date somebody that actually is older when men tend to make more money. So it's crazy to me that they have that expectation. But, that's something that you hear a lot on this show with the younger women. They don't want to date a man that's older. Even though 35, I feel like that's really not that old for somebody in their mid to late 20s to be dating. Also, that was a red flag to me when the darker skinned girl that's shorter said that she wasn't modest. Like, I feel like that is a super blinking red flag to me. If somebody says they're not modest, like, but I get what she's saying. She dresses a little bit sexy, but I feel like her shorts weren't too crazy. They weren't really like showing a butt. I mean, her ass is just not all out is basically what I'm trying to say. But let me know down in the comments what you think about her shorts. I already feel like I know why Alicia popped her balloon, because one, she's just on the show for the clout, and then two, you're like, I don't want any man saying nothing about how I dress, like, ever. I think that's totally wrong. Like, her mind is just totally out of whack. I do not like her personality.
Age.
I'm Alicia and I'm 29.
All right, Alicia, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I did feel like the outfit conversation was a little like, I don't know if I maybe misunderstood you. IDK, yeah, I like to wear what I like to wear. I don't feel like everything I wear is pretty sexy. I think there's a scale, but yeah, like if those shorts are just for vacation, I live in Arizona, baby. It's hot out here. I'm like, wait, I got to wear those on the regular, And I just feel like, yeah, whether it's like gym clothes, sports bra, it's hot. I dress down a little bit sometimes, so. But you're handsome. I feel like you got a lot going for yourself. You're hot.
So he is someone that's your type.
Absolutely. But I don't know how well we would mesh if like that word of modesty is like one of like your real values. Like she said, I'm working on modesty. I think we're all getting older and maturing a little bit and changing our style. But I like to be a little sexy sometimes too.
Okay. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yes, absolutely. I love the dress.
Okay, so like this isn't too short for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
modesty
great.
I think is confusing the girlies. Now I felt like I was a hoochie to you. I was confused.
No. You look great. You look great. You know what I'm saying? You're very well.
You want that balloon back?
Give it to me.
Okay.
I thought like, okay, I won't count myself out.
All right. Let's get the balloon back. There you go. Okay, let's head on back this way. So I'm gonna hand you a pick now. Hold on to that. And I'm gonna have you pop. Let's go with 3 balloons. Yeah. Okay, 2 more. Uh-oh. And 1 more. Okay, we'll start down there. All right, your name and age.
Annalicious. I am 28 years old.
And Annalicious, why was your balloon unpopped?
He looks attractive. Now that you're closer to me, I don't think we would have been a perfect match.
Okay, why do you say that?
Just kind of looking at you, I'm trying to get that intense feeling, and I'm not really getting it.
All right. Now, why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Just not something I would go for. Typically, that's all.
And why not?
Can't really say. Just not my. It's not my type. So.
All right, thank you. Then we did pop another one over here. Your name and age.
Makara, 29.
All right. And Makara, why was your balloon unpopped?
I just want to hear him out a little bit more, and he has very nice eyes. So.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
It was just more so. I love that you're very creative. You know, with your style, you have a very creative style, but it's just not my type of style. That's all.
Okay.
So.
Just, the style.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we did get a.
Man, it was good on him for popping that. I feel like anytime you pop somebody's balloon and then they say some slick shit or that they didn't really like you after you pop their balloon, then that was a smart pop right there. So I feel like girl on the far right with the short hair, smart pop by him. It didn't really surprise me though, because everyone else, I feel like their hair is longer, like they have more feminine hairstyles. I feel like her hair did look good. I think she's my type personally. I thought she looked really good, but I can see why she wouldn't be everyone else's type. Also, I think he does a great job of not being too specific. Like he said he didn't really like her style, the girl with the pink hair, but he did it in like a very nice way without being too like overly critical to where other people would pop their balloon. Then the girl on the far right, he didn't even really say why he thought she wasn't her type. So that was smart. Another thing that's really, really surprised me was Alicia getting her balloon back, bro. I thought her ego was just so big to me that I didn't think she was going to get her balloon back. I thought she would just stand on it. But, I mean, maybe she's maturing. Maybe she's gotten better. But I feel like from what I've seen from her on the previous episodes, I don't like her personality at all.
Another one over here. Your name and age.
Alexis, and I'm 30.
And Alexis, why was your balloon unpopped?
So first impression, pretty solid, and your deal breakers along with your qualities in women honestly match my deal breakers and quality in men. So I just wanted to know more information about you.
And why'd you end up popping hers?
It's just the height thing. That's all. Just the height.
Gotcha.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 5'9", without the heels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the heels, you're like
probably like flat 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And then how tall are you?
About 11.
Oh yeah. Okay. Understandable.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, let's head on back. So we do have 5 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
All right, so ladies, where are you currently based? What are your top 2 goals for this year? Also, what's something about yourself that you think I'd appreciate?
Okay, we'll start there and come back. She's like, oh no. All right, your name and age, and then the answer to his question.
Hi, I'm LaPortia, and I'm 38. I'm sorry, what was the last question?
What's something about you that you think I'd appreciate?
Okay, so 2 of the goals that I would have for this year is pay off my debt and start looking for land, because I do want to own land. And then something that was there 2 questions or 3 questions?
So it's 3. So where are you currently based?
Oh, I'm in Dallas, Texas, sorry.
And then your top 2 goals.
And then the goals would be paying off my debt and then looking for land. I want about like 6 acres. And then something that I think you would appreciate is just my authenticity, just who I am. I can't really change who I am, but just be who I am and see if you're accepting of it.
Okay, thank you. And over here, name and age and answer to his questions.
I'm Jordan. I'm 27, a therapist, and I own a small business selling hair care products. I'm based in Texas. 2 goals for this year. 1, I plan on starting my doctorate's degree this year. And then I'm also working on my first book. So, and then what was the third part to the question?
What's something about you that you think I'd appreciate?
That's a tough question because I don't know you to know what you would appreciate, but something that I think is objective would be I'm very intellectual. I like deep conversation. I think that I can pick someone's brain in a positive way.
Thank you. And right here, your name and age.
My name is Chanel. I'm 30 years old, and I manage and own a birth and postpartum business.
And then let's answer those questions.
So the first thing, I'm based out of California, Northern California. 2 things that I'm working on is getting a business started, second business started for nonprofit for youth, young African American girls, called Girl Sip, which is like the opposite of gossiping. So we girl sip, and basically we have candid conversations about kind of like what the young youth are talking about, but the end result is like finding a teachable moment in it and ultimately providing mentorship for the young girls. That's really my ultimate goal, so I wouldn't add another one. That's the main thing that I'm focused on right now. And then the last question, something that you'd appreciate. I would say just my selflessness, like, and my ability to kind of like really connect with just about anyone, like homeless people, veterans, youth, pregnant women, like fathers. Like I'm like really like I'm like well-rounded. So I think that's something you'd appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. And over here, name, age, and answer those questions.
Okay, I'm Alicia. I'm 29. I'm based in the Phoenix area, Scottsdale, Phoenix area. Two of my goals for the year, I really want to prioritize wellness. That's really important for me. So that's not just like going to the gym, but like what you eat, a little bit of everything like that, just what you put into your body and how you treat yourself. And also volunteering. That was on my vision board. So I've done it a couple times so far. And I really want to continue to like feed the hungry. That's a big thing for me.
And then what's something he would appreciate about you?
I think I'm funny. I like to think so. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And over here, your name and age and the answer to his questions.
I'm Sydney, and I'm 28, and I'm based in Texas, Houston, Texas. What was the first question? Where I'm based. Oh, okay, my two goals. At church, we have a saying not to be a spectator, but a participator. So my goal for this year is, I've been going to a lot more groups, but now I want to eventually like lead a group. We have this thing called B group, so I want to be like a leader of that and have like my own little ministry. So that's one of my goals. I don't really have another goal yet because I'm pretty much where I want to be career-wise, so it's more like that. And then trait of me that you would appreciate. You said you like being outside. So do I. I just love being by the water, just being out in the sun. I ran this morning. I just like being outside. So just that outdoor thing you might appreciate.
Thank you. And then what about for yourself? What are two goals you're working on? Where are you based?
So I'm based out of Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
I do have a bachelor's degree. I just completed my undergrad cert in e-commerce. And then also right now, I'm in the market to find me an investment property. So.
Okay. And then what's something that you think the ladies would appreciate about you?
So I'm very thoughtful. I'm very well planned. Any type of dates, any travels, whatever. I'm the guy that puts everything together. I'm also a good active listener, and I'm very considerate.
All right. He named a whole list. You didn't just name one. Okay. All right. So I am going to have you pop 2 balloons.
2 balloons.
2 balloons. Whenever you're ready, head on over there. Okay. And then one more. Okay. Let's start down here.
I feel like those ones honestly surprised me, especially because I feel like the girl on the far right, she's really pretty in the face. Like, I just think she's really attractive. I mean, maybe it was because of her answer. She didn't really give a lot. She just said my authenticity and that I'm myself. Like, I feel like that didn't really go into, I guess, how she would be a good wife or be a good person in a relationship. Like, how is she going to cater towards you? It was just kind of like a very me-focused answer. So I can see why he did that. Then with the darker skinned girl, I feel like she doesn't look as good as the other women. I think she looks really good just like by herself, but put her up against the other women, she's not like the most attractive. But I thought her answer was really good. Like the fact that she said she's selfless, that she can get along with a lot of people. Like her answer, I don't know, she just went into a lot of detail, and I feel like she could articulate herself really well. So that stood out to me. But yeah, I mean, I knew he wasn't going to pop the girl with the locks in the middle, and I knew he wasn't going to pop Alicia, because to me, those two look the best out of all the women that are left. But let me know, what do y'all think? Who do y'all think he's going to match with right now? And who do you think looks the best out of the people we have left?
All right. So why was your balloon unpopped?
I just want to get to know them more. I don't want to like automatically pop based off of visual, so I just try to allow them to speak.
Okay. But is he someone that's your type? Like if he were to approach you, would you entertain it?
Yeah, I would entertain him. Okay. Just I like for the man to lead, so I would just allow him to show me what it is. Yeah.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
It was just more so of I can't really tell you why.
You can't tell me why?
I think
be honest. Be honest.
So I think it was the distance.
Okay, yeah, that's not a problem.
I think it was a distance thing, that's all.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I see. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then you did pop one more over here. So why was your balloon unpopped?
Oh, interest, like, definitely seemed like someone that I would connect with.
Okay, I see here. Why'd you end up popping hers? She got it back and everything.
I know, right? So it was a distance, with you being out in California, that's all.
I just relocated from Texas.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm there to stay.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, we've got 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Ladies, so are you financially stable? How's your family dynamic, and are you fulfilled? If not, what's missing?
Okay. Yeah, he throws all the questions at you guys at once. All right, let's hear from you.
Okay, am I financially stable? For just me, myself, yes. If I had someone else, I would have to like rethink about that. My family dynamic, my parents divorced when I was like 8. I have a stepmom though. I have 2 sisters. We're all really close. I'm the oldest. I would say I'm closer to my mom, but we're always together. My mom recently moved to Arkansas, and my dad and stepmom are still in Texas, and then my sisters are all over, but we're just all close knit. What was the last question?
And so are you fulfilled? If not, what's missing?
I feel like this year when I turned 28 in January, and I think they say like it switches like 28 right before you get to 30. So I think that's when I realized everything I have in my life I have, but something was missing. So that's when I started getting deeper into my relationship with God, because I think that was what was not fulfilled. So right now, yes, but I definitely, back when like last year, no. So this year, working towards that.
Thank you. All right, what about over here?
You would say all 3 of them.
Yes, so it's family dynamic.
Are you financially stable?
Are you financially stable? And also the last one is
Family dynamic, and also, are you fulfilled? If not, what's missing?
Okay. Am I financially stable? Yes. My family dynamic, I live kind of farther away from a lot of my family, and we have an interesting family dynamic, but I do say I'm a little bit more of a lone wolf. I'm not going to lie. Like, maybe a little bit of the black sheep, because I just like to be authentically myself. And I'm from a very strict, like, Catholic family, so I kind of like to just like do me, and I don't need to be so rigid with how I am as a person. That's why when you were saying the modest thing, I'm like, what does that mean exactly to you? I feel like I was raised like that. And so I love my family, but I am a little bit of a lone wolf. And last but not least, am I fulfilled? I feel like not yet. I still want a family. I want to finish my degree. Like, there's some things that I'm working on, but I do think I'm happy and like lucky with my life.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And what about over here?
Okay, am I fulfilled? What's my family dynamic and financially stable? Yes, I'm financially stable. However, I'm 27, and I feel like your 20s are about establishing yourself financially to take care of yourself and kind of live the life that you want to live. And I feel like your 30s are more so being financially stable for the future. So I'm financially stable for a 27-year-old, but as I'm entering my 30s, like one of my goals this year is to open up a Roth IRA. I haven't done that yet. So I haven't started preparing for retirement. But for a 27-year-old, yes, right? Family dynamic, can you like elaborate? You mean extended family or immediate family?
So like your immediate family?
Immediate family, I would say I kind of resonate with what she said. I kind of am a lone wolf. I come from a great family. I love my family a lot. I'm not very close with my siblings. I have a lot of siblings. I'm not very close with them. My mother actually passed away last year. So I kind of am, I would have to resonate with that, a lone wolf in that sense. And am I fulfilled? I like happily say no. Like I associate fulfillment with complacency, right? And so I don't aim to be fulfilled. I aim to I'm a very goal-oriented person. So aim to keep accomplishing my goals. And so am I happy with where I'm at? Sure. But I don't think I'm fulfilled. And my goal isn't necessarily to like come to this moment of fulfillment. It's to keep growing constantly. So.
Nice. Thank you.
I get where she's coming from with saying she doesn't ever want to be fulfilled and complacent, because that's something that I resonate with as a person. Just like, I don't want to feel like complacent. I don't want to feel like stuck. I don't want to feel like I'm not actually growing. So I totally get that. But I feel like the type of women that say that, they're the same ones who are like in an engagement, in a marriage, and they're like, oh, he's not good enough for me. Oh, I've outgrown my husband because he's not trying to grow. And it's like, yes, it sounds great. The way she phrases it, it sounds so like, oh, I mean, she's got goals and she's growing, da 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 da. But it's like, are you going to be satisfied with me? Because what if I get to a point where I'm kind of satisfied in my life? I've reached my career goals. I have a family. I'm traveling. I'm kind of cool with where I'm at. And it's like, oh, we're not growing enough. He's not growing. I see this other guy out there, the shiny object, and I'm gonna go find that guy because that she's giving like the I'm never satisfied type of women, which can be good, but I feel like a lot of times it'd be bad.
All right, we heard quite a lot from all three ladies. It is time to pop a balloon. I know it was tough. They all gave really good answers. All right, so Alicia, why was your balloon unpop? Actually, you took it back. Why'd you take it back?
I think you're handsome. You sound well-rounded. Yeah, I'm just getting good vibes from you. So I just wanted to see what you had in store.
And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Her response just kind of threw me a little bit. But,
It's okay.
Which part?
But she's great, though. She's great,
What part about her response threw you off?
So you did mention that your family dynamic, was you're kind of like a lone wolf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think,
I felt the vibe. It's okay.
it was just that.
I'm not offended. It's okay. I get it.
No, it's okay.
Because you sound like you're looking for like somebody who's like really strong in their family. And I feel like my friends are more my family. And like I have like a family that I've created more so than like my blood family being super close to me. But it's okay. I get where you're coming from.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got 2 ladies left. Ladies, any questions for him? Okay, we'll be back. All right.
So you mentioned your relationship with God earlier. I have a 2-part. I want to know what your relationship with him looks like on a day-to-day basis. And then I would also like to know what it means to you to be a man of God.
So I do read my word, I do pray, and I do attend church. Am I a man of God? Am I God-led? I wouldn't say that per se. I am on my own journey and whatnot, so that's something that I'm constantly working on. But I'm not like far stretched or like that.
Do you want to elaborate before I pop my balloon? Because that is a pop for me, but I want to give you the chance to maybe elaborate on what you mean.
So I'll say more so, I'm not exactly, so I'm on the ladder, to reach God. It just,
And
I may
I'm
not
sorry
have,
to interrupt you, but I'm talking about Jesus. Are you talking about?
yeah, Jesus
Okay,
Christ, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. So yes.
Because you went a little spiritual with me.
No,
Is
so
that
yes.
what you're spiritual?
Yes. So, no, not spiritual. I'm sorry, not spiritual. So yes, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, but as far as like just like a deeper connection with God or with Jesus, it's not entirely there, but.
Is there a yearn for that?
Absolutely. So I grew up essentially a PK, so, I did grow
So
up.
there was kind of I feel like with PKs, you kind of become an adult and you create some distance. And are you coming back? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, so I am back on the ladder. So I was, away for some time.
Understood.
But now, I am back in my word. I am back praying daily, and so.
Okay. Can I ask one more? I know I popped. Can I ask one more question? Yeah. So, what are you doing to fulfill that yearnment?
I mean, we're just that, just praying every day, just attending church service, just being consistent with that, and that's about it, really.
Okay, I'm gonna remain unpopped.
Okay. And why?
So I am Christian, and I'm not a perfect Christian whatsoever. So it's no judgment from me, but when I think about a husband, I'm called to be submissive, right? And so for me to be submissive to a man, I want to know that he's led by Jesus. I want to follow Jesus through my man, right? Like me following you should be me following Jesus. And if you're not completely confident in your walk with Jesus, I don't feel confident being fully submissive. So.
Okay. All right. Now, is she someone that was your type?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Very well put together. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we did get another pop back over here. Why did you end up popping your balloon?
Same thing that she basically said. I also grew up a PK. However, I was the opposite. I still knew who my father was, who God is. I just didn't really have like a personal connection. I was like just living, like I just lived in the belief in him, but not through him. Like God wasn't shown through me. And I think I'm at the point in my life, I just said like when I turned 28, it was like lot of stuff was happening, and it was just like a breakthrough for me. And essentially, you know, since I grew up in a household where my dad wasn't on the same level as my mom, and eventually I think that is what caused their divorce. So I just don't want to be in that same pathway where I want us to be on an equally yoked, basically. But yeah.
Okay, alrighty. So, do you understand what they're saying, or
Absolutely.
okay? And now is she someone that's your type?
Yes, I love the hair, love the eyes.
Thank
Dress,
you.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Well, that's all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for him, ladies. Thank you.
See, the way they clap for him was not the way they clap for the last dude. Also, I feel like he should, first of all, how is it not enough that he prays every day, he reads the Bible, and he goes to church consistently? If he literally, it was all in the phrasing, bro. All he had to say was, I am a man of God. And it's the fact that he wiggled around it and said, I'm back on the ladder and I was a PK. That's some shit that you tell them when you're on the first date 3 weeks out into the relationship. That is not something you say on this show. And they just be saying the dumbest shit. Also, I'm pretty sure that Alicia is more like spiritual, and I feel like he would be okay with somebody that's spiritual as long as they're a Christian. So really what should have happened is he should have popped one of the other two balloons, and then Alicia might have actually matched with him. Now, I feel like Alicia kind of did better. I liked her personality, the way she articulated herself a little bit more in this episode, or this particular guy that came out. And I think it's just off of the fact that she's attracted to him. So girls, they act different when they're around a guy that they're actually attracted to. But let me know down in the comments what you think about this episode. Let me know what you thought about him at the end. If did he ruin his chances? Was he just honest? Is he a man of God and they shouldn't have popped their balloon? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what else I should be reacting to. Subscribe if you made it to the end of the video. Like the video. Check out my playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. I'm going to get up out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.
Oh, here, let's go, okay, let's go. Yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in a vintage, yeah.